Well, folks, today is the day Marjorie Taylor Greene has, of course, headed to court to defend whether or not she should even be allowed to be on the ballot. But before all of that even happened, Donald Trump came rushing into her defense to accuse Republicans in the state of Georgia of somehow colluding with the Democrats to kick Marjorie Taylor Greene off the ballot. Now, Donald Trump obviously is no stranger to launching conspiracies, but this one is particularly ridiculous here. This is what Donald Trump said in a statement this week. The governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, and Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, perhaps in collusion with radical left Democrats, have allowed a horrible thing to happen to a very popular Republican, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is now going through hell in their attempt to unseat her. Just more of an election mess in Georgia. Brian Kemp should be voted out of office. Vote for David Perdue. Remember, Brian Kemp will never be able to win the general election against Stacey the Hoax Abrams because a large number of Republicans just will not vote for him. Obviously, David Perdue is Donald Trump's handpicked candidate to primary incumbent Republican Governor Brian Kemp in the state of Georgia. Brian Kemp is out polling David Perdue. Brian Kemp is out raising David Perdue in fundraising. And Donald Trump seems to be the only one that doesn't like Brian Kemp in the state. But enough about that. Back to Marjorie Taylor Greene, right, who is allegedly going through hell. Oh, it's so sad, right? The hell that she created for herself. See, that's the problem. None of these Republicans ever want to take any kind of personal responsibility for their own actions. The same kind of personal responsibility that they keep telling American citizens they have to have in their everyday lives, right? Oh, you're poor? You need to work harder. That's your fault that you're poor. Oh, you got pregnant? Well, that's your fault you got pregnant. You shouldn't have had sex. Take personal responsibility. Marjorie Taylor Greene, on January 5th, tweeted out, "This is our 1776 moment." Kind of seems like she's supporting an attack on the government. You know, after all, wasn't that what happened in the Revolutionary War? We revolted against the government that was oppressing us. So, yeah, kind of seems like she needs to take responsibility for the words that she said. If she wasn't encouraging the insurrection, she should have nothing to worry about. She shouldn't be going through hell. This trial, if you even want to call it that, because it's not really a trial, but this hearing is exactly what kind of remedy the law calls for. If you've been accused of something, you're allowed to get up there, defend yourself, make your case, and show why this is all BS. Yeah, it's a hassle, but if you didn't do anything wrong, you really shouldn't have all that much to worry about, right? And to somehow suggest that Kemp and Raffensperger, two very loyal Republicans whose only crime in the eyes of Trump is not breaking the law to give him the state of Georgia, to think that they might be colluding with the Democrats to kick Marjorie Taylor Greene off the ballot, that's borderline insane if you ask me. Although, I will point out that Marjorie Taylor Greene is in a Republican, I think it's an R+50 district. Donald Trump did win it by 50 points in 2020. Like, no matter who the Republicans put up in that district, they're going to win. So they really, if it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, if it's somebody else, it doesn't matter. They're going to win the district. They have no reason to want to kick Marjorie Taylor Greene off the ballot because, unfortunately, she is still electable in that district. So his whole conspiracy doesn't even make any sense. Greene is being given the opportunity to make her case. So it's up to her whether or not she can actually defend the words she used that did appear, at least in my opinion, to encourage the insurrectionists. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.